Sawadika.
Ooh, nice practice.
I'm still trying to learn the intonation there.
Okay.
I'm again inviting everyone to please come and watch on March 16 at the Impact Arena the Hitman Dave Foster and Friends concert. And I guarantee you it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. So I hope to see you there.
Okay.
Sawadika. Not quite as good intonation there, but I'm working on it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just excited to be here. Excited that some people who may have not heard any of my music who are here. I'm sure we're bringing all different fan bases from the lineup, so I'm just really excited to introduce my music to new fans and to be a part of this great group. So, once again, thanks for having me.
Right. What about Melanie?
Sawadika. It's so lovely to be back in Thailand, and it really truly is going to be a fantastic night, a really super lineup, and we're all going to be doing very different songs, some of our own, some of David's, some other artists, so you really would be missing out if you didn't make it to the Impact Arena.
Yep. And you last, Peter?
Yes, this is, like I say, I've done a bunch of these shows and they're nothing but fun. And this one looks like it's going to be exceptional. So you're going to see a wonderful show and I hope to see everybody there.
Okay. And back to you, Dave.
Well, you know, I would just say that Natalie alluded to the diversity of the show. I'd like to ask everybody just one question, and it's a very simple answer, and then you'll understand the diversity, the true diversity of the artists up here. So
Okay.
I'll start with Gurko first. What is your desert island CD? That means the island, if you were stuck on an island for the rest of your life now, and you can only take one CD, please don't make it one of mine. But only because that would be torture. But only one CD for the rest of your life, and you don't get to say two. It can be a greatest hits, but it can't be a mixtape. Okay? No, well, it could be mine, but I wouldn't do that if I were you. But it could be in anything.
Okay. Is that even produced by you?
It can be produced by me.
Pick your choice wisely.
You're gonna say Josh Groban.
I choose Closer by Josh Groban.
Good. How did I know that? Wow. Okay. Closer by Josh Groban.
Okay. What about
This
you?
is so tricky. I have so many favorite artists, but I would probably choose something that reminds me of my childhood and that made me want to sing, which would have to be Carpenter's Greatest Hits.
Oh! Choice. That's a great choice.
Yeah,
Ah,
Karen
okay.
Carpenter. I could listen to her.
Greatest pop voice of the 70s,
Mhm.
I think. Okay, so we have Josh, we have the Carpenters. Melanie?
I would have to choose Stevie Wonder, Songs of the Key of Life.
Good. And it's a double album.
Is it a double album?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, great job.
And you.
Well, you mean outside of my Christmas album?
Yes. Which everybody
Which is
should
the
go
best thing
buy.
yes, you get Rubber Soul.
Oh, the third Beatles album, right?
Right.
Yeah, good
What-
choice. And
you?
And not unrelated, mine is Beatles #1.
Ah.
Because you get the whole arc of their career,
Right.
23 hits from start to finish. So, well, actually, so we weren't as diverse as I thought we were. Richard Marx would probably say Led Zeppelin.
Okay, but yeah, there are some differences.
Yeah.
A little bit of tone and preferences, but I'm sure that when it mixed together, music is always great, always nice.
I need to know, excuse me,
See,
because you're smiling a lot. Stand up.
Oh.
What is your desert island CD? Silence. What? Who's your favorite artist? Not me, but who's your favorite artist?
Andrea Bocelli.
So you would take Andre Bocelli's Greatest Hits? Good choice. I don't even know how to put this question because you've been asked this question a zillion times. And I'm not even exaggerating. But deep down, honestly, is it annoying for you when every single place you go and you get interviewed, they talk about the Spice Girls?
Yes and no.
Right.
Because obviously I'm super proud.
And I think of you as the lead singer of the Spice Girls. I don't know, I guess there's other girls that sang lead, but I think of you as the driving vocal of the group, the vocalist of the group. So,
I'm really proud of everything we did, and that's lovely for you to say. But I think often when I've been working as a solo artist, it can get a little bit frustrating. But it was huge, you know, people are never going to.
It was beyond huge. It was a movement. It was a cult. It changed fashion. It changed the way girls all over the world, you know, the way they think. So it was pretty amazing. And you probably, when you were in it, you didn't realize you were changing the world, right?
It was a huge whirlwind, and I think when you're in the middle of something like that, you're in a bubble. You know, you're unaware of everything that's going on externally. So it's not until it kind of starts to fade when it hits you.
Yeah. And my question for Peter is, Peter, some people maybe do not know this, but Peter is also a really good musician as well as being a singer. Of course, singers are musicians, but not in the way you would think. Peter was an incredible bass player throughout his time with the group Chicago, and he quit playing bass. And I want to know if you ever miss that part of your life, of being the guy that always played on stage. Do you miss that?
Well, it wasn't, I didn't put down the bass until I started recording with you.
Well, I know I'm the reason why you quit playing bass, but that's another story now. We don't have to go there.
One of the greatest Moog bass players ever in the history of the world. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I miss it a little bit, and I'm now in my solo shows. I'm bringing back the bass in the encores.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's
fun
kind of
for me as a fan.
Yeah, when people see that, then they can put the whole picture together. My God, he's on the bass too. Yeah. I'm throwing it back in there.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance to see Peter in live, I went and saw his show about 3 months ago, and it was the greatest. And I've only ever seen his ass. I'm always playing piano for him. Translate that, will you? Because I'm always playing piano for him.
Was it nice?
But
Only see his ass.
Easy, girl. So can you translate?
Sure. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm trying to be exact. Okay. เขาบอกว่าเขาเนี่ยเคยเล่นเปียโนนะคะเล่นเปียโนส่วนปีเตอร์เนี่ยเขาเคยเล่นเบสทีนี้เล่นเปียโนมันอยู่ข้างหลังอยู่แล้วเพราะเครื่องมันใหญ่เขาบอกว่าตลอดระยะเวลาที่เล่นเปียโนเงยหน้าขึ้นไปไม่เห็นอะไรนอกจากบ้านท้ายนะคะของปีเตอร์นะคะแล้วก็เหมือนกับเงยขึ้นไปก็เห็นแล้วอะไรเงี้ยแล้วก็เขาก็ถามบอกว่าเนี่ยหลังจากที่ยูไม่ได้เล่นมาสักพักแล้วคิดถึงการเล่นเบสไหมอะไรเงี้ยเขาบอกโอเคคิดถึง You know, throwing the questions like this, does it mean something at all?
No, it's just, my whole point was it was fun to sit in the audience and watch Peter perform from the front.
From the front, okay.
Yes.
Now we'll all get to see that.
Yeah, exactly. And I have a question for the other two girls too, if you don't mind.
Sure, very.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Natalie, is there a song in the last 5-10 years that came out by anybody that you heard and you went, out of all the hits I've had, of all of the songs I've done, I wish that song, exactly done like that, had it been my hit instead of somebody else's?
No, because I've never wanted to have someone else's experience as my own. And I think I had an incredible experience with one of my own songs that went that big, so it's not a desire for me to go, oh, I wish I had that person's success. I can't think of a song off the top of my head like that.
No, not the success, just a song that you went, I wish that had been my song, because that is so me. Like when I hear the song Chandelier, I think about you. I think that that's a song that you would have loved to have sung and handled. You know?
I was going to say, I actually had in my mind the artist Sia. I just couldn't think of which was my favorite song out of all of the songs.
Yeah.
Sia is an artist that I think has something about her that I haven't seen in a very long time, something very unique and a depth to, because in pop music often it doesn't have the depth to it, and I've always been a fan of music that, you know, I'm big on the lyric and what they're actually saying, and she transports me, so she's
I think there's a connection. I know you're both Australian, or is she Australian?
Yeah.
Yeah, there seems to be a musical sort of...
I love hearing that.
Yeah, there seems to be a little symbiotic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right, so you answered my question, and I have the same question for her. It could be a man's song or a woman's song. It could be.
I'm sure you can sing anything.
My favorite song is Vincent by Don McLean, Starry Starry Night. But when I heard Josh singing it, I was like, oh, come on. I mean, any song actually can be rearranged, and it can have a different taste, a different expression for you. And so when I heard Vincent, I wish I could have done the same version.
Could you sing 8 bars of that song for us right now?
From Story Story?
Yeah. If there's a piano here, I'd play with you, but there's no piano.
Okay.
Good.
Now I understand what you're trying to say to me, and how you suffered from your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen. They're not listening still. Perhaps they never will. Wow. You know, she's not even trying. She's like talking.
Yeah, she's sitting down.
Yeah, she sings like she talks.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so this wow, can you explain more about Serenity? Why?
It's just, everybody seems really peaceful unless they go home at night and get crazy behind closed doors, you know? But it just...
It's actually like that, you know?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, with you, maybe. I can tell with you it's probably like that. But everybody's so calm here. It's very calming.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we just came from Jakarta, which is very hustle bustle.
I know. But despite the traffic here in Bangkok, you still feel that? Serenity?
I have a police escort everywhere, so traffic's not a problem.
So not fair. No. What about you, Peter? She asked each of you.
Yeah.
Top of mind.
I would say the same thing. Friendly, and I just think the people are just emit friendliness, and I think that's what draws everybody here.
You know, I've heard a lot about that.
You're not friendly?
I am so friendly, but I think it's just normal, and I'm sure that other countries, I've traveled, and people are friendly. I don't see any difference, but thank you. What about you, Melanie?
I think of the imagery and beautiful temples and the Buddhas, and just how beautiful, this country is. There's so many wonderful islands, and lots of people from Britain come here to holiday.
Right.
And so that's what springs to my mind. I love how everything looks. It makes me feel peaceful. Actually, the architecture and the tradition.
Right. Wow. Okay. Architecture, people, and you? Nothing?
I think of the traditional dances. That's the first thing that pops into my mind. The way their hands move, and their grace, and the way they spin around with the fans, and that's the first thing that pops into my head.
Do you know that's very hard to do that, even for Thai people?
Well,
to do the dancing.
it looks incredibly well. I danced as up to 16, so yeah, I can imagine it's a lot of years of dedication, and it's worth it. It's beautiful, stunning.
So if you haven't seen it, try find some opportunities. What about you, Justin?
Oh, Thailand, food. When I go to a place that I haven't been to, I always try their food. Like, what's their cuisine, their specialties. Not that I'm a food critic. It's just that diet. It's not part of my vocabulary. So I'd say food.
Okay. ก็แต่ละคนก็ได้ตอบไปแล้ว
Fulfillment of something that I'd always wanted to do, and I did a play, an Alan Aycorn play called Things We Do for Love, which I toured around the UK. I love them both. It's hard to explain. I'm sure you know too, Mel, because you've done some acting. But it's just a different art form, different way of expressing yourself. I like the variety. I'll always like doing both. Yeah.
ก็มีคำ